Welcome back to the Gnostic Chef. Today I wanted to talk about understanding something and comprehending it. This is all brought up by a conversation I had with someone. I've also heard conversations over the internet recently, and the thought was that because of technology, we're the most intelligent race ever. I think that's kind of crazy. Based on having information in my phone or in my hand doesn't mean that I truly understand what they're saying. I might have the information to relay an answer, but doesn't mean I'm going to have that for life. I feel the best way for me to describe this would be in the kitchen. Now, I could walk into a kitchen and have a bunch of talent and learn some new things and still struggle for weeks to come. But through my experience, I'm going to begin to comprehend what it is my tasks set forth. So, if I had a recipe, does that mean that I comprehend how to make this item? Or does it just simply mean I know how to follow instruction? Following instruction is information, and that's an understanding. A comprehension would be the man that walks into the kitchen, no paper, no nothing, and he makes you a souffle, or bakes you some bread, and uses nothing other than the comprehension on the cooking ability that he has, the experience, his aperture. All of these will relay that information back to him, where he will remember all of those things that he's attached to his being. I like this because, like I said, I could give you an answer to something just based on pulling out my phone and saying, here you go. Now, if I didn't have my phone, we'd both be lost, right? I might have some semblance of an answer, but without that comprehension, I couldn't explain it to you. I would not be able to teach it to you. I may be able to give you an answer. Like I said, you might seem intelligent because you have an answer to the question. So if you truly want to have a firm knowledge on something and comprehend, you should be able to teach that knowledge. You should be able to teach that without any help. You shouldn't need pamphlets or recipes and things. I'm just using recipes in the kitchen because that's my forte. Now, I'm using that because it's very close and similar. The kitchens have always reminded me of many things. It's funny when I ask some chefs if they can see the similarity in drug dealing and food dealing, buying the big product and breaking it down to smaller portions and selling it out at a higher rate. It's just another form of dealing in drugs, especially since people find themselves with emotional drug habits, including eating habits. Some people might not see the similarity, but it's there, I promise. So to comprehend is much more than understanding. If you stand under something, you obviously can hold it up and make it happen. If you comprehend, you can teach. I'm trying to teach while I'm still learning, so that's why I find myself struggling to get through some of these conversations. But that's the best part, because the experience is helping me grow. Experience is where you go to find new things. Now, doing the same thing repetition over and over like the recipe, are you truly ever gonna get somewhere other than making that same piece of bread? Now, through mistakes and through trial and error, you might find yourself with a better piece of bread. So I'll leave you with that. What do you think? Is there differences between understanding and comprehending? Is there a difference between having an answer off a phone and having the answer off the top of your head? Do you believe that we are the most intelligent beings now? Or do you see that as a falsehood? Do you see that we are slowly degrading into a lesser and lesser society? Descendant. We have all fallen. Just look back. 30,000 words were used back then. I bet you there's like less than 1,000 in most vocabularies these days. Maybe that's what we should all do. Take some time to yourself. Go out and look into nature. Start comprehending the little things, and then you'll get to the bigger ones. But with that, I'll leave you. And blessings and thank you for coming in. Until the next time, enjoy.